Hi, my name is John D. Kreider, Executive Director of Alongside. It's great to be with you tonight, and thank you for a few minutes to share a little bit about the ministry of Alongside. I don't know about you, but when I find myself going through a challenging place, I think first of a pastor. The question is who does the pastor go to? Or who does the mission leader go to? Often there isn't someone. This is why Alongside exists. Alongside, as our name suggests, we come alongside these Christian leaders when they're in a difficult place. They have invested everything into their calling, but then something happens. Maybe it's an event that's outside of their control, or maybe it's something that they did themselves, but something has disrupted ministry and they find themselves stuck. Alongside is a place, a safe place where they can come, unpack that experience, have a qualified person who has been in ministry, understands it, can help them walk through that experience, help them understand why it happened, how they can be more resilient to maybe something like that occurring in the future, and to put them in a place where they can thrive in ministry, not just simply survive or get along. There's an organization called Missio Nexus. They did a study in 2019 where they interviewed 11 different mission organizations. And over that 3-year studies, they found that those 11 organizations grew by 40 missionary units. Praise God, they're growing. That's fantastic. The problem is if you do a deeper dive into that study, they actually grew by 1,014 missionary units, which means that they collectively lost 974 missionary units over that same period of time. Some of them just simply retired. They're finished their calling, they're done, but most of them, for reasons like depression or anxiety or burnout or interpersonal conflict, either within their family or within their teams or within their churches, they threw in the towel and resigned from ministry. Friends, this is tragic. We have to do something to help our brothers and sisters fulfill the call in which they have been sent. Similar statistics for pastors. I don't know if you're familiar with Barna Research. Barna is a polling and research arm of the church, and they do a lot of really helpful studies. And I'll juxtapose two studies together. One was done in 2015, another was done in 2022. And the difference between those two studies is alarming. There is a 58% decline in their spiritual well-being from 2015 to 2022. There is a 65% decline in their emotional and spiritual well-being. There is a 38% decline in someone that they have as a true friend. Friends, these are tragic. Eugene Peterson is quoted, "I don't think people burn out because they work too hard. I think people burn out because there's no relational gratification." These men and women are just doing it alone, and they don't have others to come alongside them in ministry. This is why Alongside exists. We can come alongside these men and women in their families and help them get to a place where they can thrive once again in ministry. Will you help us help them rediscover their call, help them renew their passion for ministry? We can't do it alone. We need people to come alongside us. As you can imagine, we just simply can't charge what it actually costs us. We hire all master's level and doctoral level psychologists and therapists. We have really qualified people working all the different components of the organization. We've made the determination we are simply going to provide the best staff we can find, the best facilities that we can find, so that we can offer the care, the very best care. Many people that come to us, this is the last stop. If this doesn't get resolved or fixed, they're done with ministry. It is so crucial that we come alongside these men and women in this juncture in their ministry lives to help them. But we only charge 2/3 of what it actually costs for them to be here. Will you help us? As we're expanding, we're opening up a second campus. The building and the grounds have been provided, and we are rejoicing in that. But there's a lot of remodeling that has to be done in order to turn this home that was designed for a family of 4 to a place where we can have 7 apartments for couples and individuals, counseling offices, a seminar room, group counseling spaces, and of course it all has to be soundproof because we want them to feel safe, that they can share what they need to share. I am so grateful for you taking the time to sit with my friends and to hear more about the ministry of Alongside. They can tell you more about why they choose to get involved with this ministry. When my wife and I heard about this 15 years ago, I turned to my wife and said, we need to get involved somehow. Of course, little did I know I'd be the executive director one day, but this has been the most rewarding ministry of our lives. And I unashamedly asked you, would you join us? We need your help.